Good morning, it's time for news updates at the hour of 10 and with me, Falice Chizombe. Pope Francis inaugurated a World Cup theatrical series on vices and virtues during Wednesday's general audience by opening with the story of Adam and Eve, which introduces the dynamic of evil and temptation and points towards the dangers of dialoguing with the devil. The Holy Father instructed the pilgrims gathered in the audience hall at the Vatican that the best way to execute the propitious fall into temptation is to never argue with the devil. He assured the intelligent with a hope, adding that the devil is a deceiver. He said you should never talk to the devil because he's smarter than all of us and will make us pay. Youth and Society has embarked on a 170 million project to increase youth representation in elected positions and to with the voter apathy. Speaking in an interview, Riya's Executive Director, Charles Kajolika, said they plan to achieve this through their 12 months democracy in Young Plans project. Kajolika said that they will do this by decisively engaging in voter education and policy advocacy that will focus on creating and enabling environment for meaningful participation of all people. He said the project further seeks to create support for young people to effectively participate in the forthcoming elections. In a separate interview on Wednesday, young politician Agnes Chilamba observed that empowering the youth to fulfill their political aspirations requires a comprehensive approach that addresses the complex challenges they encounter in their aspirations for political leadership. Democratic Progressive Party (DPP) functions are locked in afresh now over delegates to the former governing party elective convention scheduled for next year. On Wednesday, DPP spokesperson Shadrack Namalomba and newly appointed vice president responsible for the South, George Chaponda, held a news conference to dispel assertions by Mulanje Central Legislation Kondanakuma that the party intended to rope in new delegates ahead of the party's convention. During the press conference in Luntha on Wednesday, their briefing came a day after Nankuma, who DPP President Peter Mutharika stripped of his role as vice president responsible for the South and replaced him with Chaponda, held a press conference where he warned against changing delegates. But Namalomba on Wednesday said the party will do a proper verification of delegates as others might have died or left the party so as to have acceptable list of delegates to avoid being dragged to court. 8 people died in 6 fatal road accidents registered during this year's Christmas Day and Boxing Day holidays commemorated on Monday and Tuesday this week, respectively. National Police Deputy Spokesperson Alfred Jintele, in an interview on Wednesday, cited 24 road accidents were reported during the Christmas holiday, including the 6 fatal ones. The accidents, which occurred between midnight of December 24 and 26, represent a 33% decrease compared to the 36 recorded during the same period last year. In terms of fatal road accidents, the data this year represents a decrease of 45% as compared to the same period last year, where 11 people lost their lives in 11 fatal accidents. Minister of Homeland Security Kenneth Kalingoma recently urged road users to follow traffic regulations to save lives, adding that police visibility will be increased to ensure safety in all the communities during the festive season. Police in the Democratic Republic of Congo have crashed with opposition supporters, demanding that last week's presidential poll be annulled. Leading opposition candidates have denounced the elections as a sham and have demanded a reland. Several people were wounded as police fired tear gas and threw stones back to protesters in the capital in Kinshasa. The government banned the protest, saying it would not tolerate attempts to undermine the electoral process. Election officials have so far not said exactly how many polling stations opened or how many people voted in the 20 December elections. About 44 million people were registered to vote at about 75,000 polling stations, with just over 9 million ballots counted so far. President Etienne Tshisekedi in the lead with almost 80% of the vote as he seeks a second term. That's all I had for you. Thanks for watching. You've been with me, Fales Jizombe. Good morning.